and remote in New York State. So anyway, I think we'll have to find LibertyNet tonight. Yes, last night the band was splendid. I was hoping tonight would be a carryover. Maybe it will be, although there is increased static. Let me now return to the net and ask for additional check-ins. If you'd like to participate in the LibertyNet, go now with your name and call sign. I'll check you in.
W3JMD.
Hello, Marty. This is Jack, KC4PWE.
Of that wasn't a check-in, but this is the LibertyNet, a current events discussion net, 40 years in the running, brainchild of W1WCR, Vic Mizek in Hudson, New Hampshire. Current events, we talk about the politics, we talk about reality, the world in general, and we don't mince words, and we're not politically correct. So if you'd like to join, please do. We'll take your check-in, and then when Vic shows up in a few minutes, we'll go down the list, and you'll get to say your piece. We'd love to hear from you. So come on back now. My name is Marty, N2IRJ. Let me have your name and call sign, please.
W1WCR and the internationally famous LibertyNet. This is K4HZY. I have some compare and contrast articles here dealing with the ways that various European countries, our NATO allies, are dealing with the Islamic invasions of their countries. First one is quite interesting. I don't know if it would work here. It certainly might be worth considering since our money isn't worth much these days anyway. Norway is basically bribing the refugees, asylum seekers, to go home. They have been offering thousands of dollars to various Islamic asylum seekers who have spotted in their country to go away. And it's a pretty good deal. A family with 2 children is eligible for up to $9,300 plus plane tickets for free just to go away. And already about 900 people have taken them up on it. In a country the size of Norway, that's a pretty good amount. Germany's letting them go about their business, and France is raiding and seizing. And there you have it, and it's back to you, Vic, via Marty, W1WCR, and the LibertyNet. This is K4HZY via N2IRJ.
Is Marty responding on the second go-around? I'm going to talk to Vic specifically about an email that was intended for him to speak of on the LibertyNet. It involves the mosques, the searching. It actually recommends infiltration, just like the CIA does to legitimate white organization and good people, but it also talks about Trump. It was one of Vic's favorite guys at the moment, so I'll bring all that up later. And as for your comment about the sarcasm involving about the religion of peace, I received a slow scan TV image just today, but I don't have it at my disposal right at the moment, so I can't read it. And it says it's a 2-tier picture at the top that shows Barack Obama saying that these mean-spirited small towns cling to their Bibles and their guns, and then underneath it is the lazy cat replying something to effect, this sounds like you're talking about your Islamic jihadists. They too stick to their religious book and their guns, so it was a parody of that. So with that, back to you, Vic, W1WCR from, my ID should be coming up.
N2IRJ.
Over.
Okay, very good. This is W1WCR returning, and it's amazing to see the variety of activities that are being undertaken to resist the Muslim invasion. I read about the Norwegian pay-to-leave. Thanks for the comments, and I guess it's interesting to see what these other countries are doing, because it gives us ideas as to what can be done here. Although I feel that Donald Trump's idea of just cutting them off at the input is the way to do it, because if you prevent them from coming in, you don't have to hire extra FBI, you don't have to hire extra police, you don't have to pay the funeral expenses for the people that they gunned down, and you don't have to Muslims, they just open the door and let them in and let them run loose wherever they want to go. And with that, we'll move on to Bob, KA8JOY in Akron, Ohio. This is W1WCR standing by.
Good evening, Victor and the Liberty Net, W1WCR. This is kHz. I have to say, Victor, that I don't think it was a waste of time to discuss about the cancer topic. I know you have dealt with it. I personally have dealt with it, and I'm sure many of the listeners. So I personally don't see there's any apology necessary, sir. We've had the talks in France over the world's carbon footprint. Apparently our president thinks he's going to make a difference there. I'm sure somehow it'll cost us money. Iran is testing a missile after a nuclear talk, which is kind of interesting. And NISA, she stole my thunder of France. So the article that I've got next in front of me is from Texas, from the AT, a Texas police chief who warned that President Barack Obama, in a social media video that's trying to disarm Americans, would cause a revolution in this country, is the latest law enforcement official to urge citizens to arm themselves in the wake of the mass shooting. I prefer the word mass murder to shooting as practicing and learning to use your weapon, and these are murderous acts. The police chief, Randy Wardy, a long-time chief in a small town of Texas called Hewitt Springs, about 120 miles east of Dallas. Video posted this week in his personal Facebook page that the Second Amendment was established to protect people from criminals and terrorists and radical ideology. It's also there to protect us against a government that has overreached its powers, and he says in the video.
With that, we'll move on to Tony in Milford Center, Ohio, KC8PZ. It's your turn. This is W1WCR.
Did you call me, Vic?
Yes, I did.
Okay, W1WCR and everybody on the Liberty Net, KC8PZ. Well, not too much tonight. I'm just kind of sitting there listening, so, well, everybody knows what's going on there. Trump, he's still going at it. And, people are listening, and maybe he can wake everybody up, and Hillary Clinton won't be involved in the next presidency. Other than that, Vic, I'm just going to sit back and listen and whatnot there. So thanks for letting me in there. W1WCR, KC8PZ, listening.
Okay, Tony, very good. And you have the strongest signal here so far, so apparently the skip from Ohio must be pretty good. And with that, let's hear from Jack KC4PWE, somewhere down in Florida. This is W1WCR listening.
Yeah, hello, Vic, and everybody again on the Liberty Net. It's going to tell Jim his antenna sounds fine down here in Florida. Got a real good signal. I don't know, maybe changing it might give y'all a better copy on him, but I got a real good copy on him here in Florida. But, yeah, I thought I'd better get back up on the radio. I set this thing back up this last week. Checked in on the midweek Liberty Net this last Wednesday. I just didn't get it set back up. It's been off about 2 years now. I figured I better get back up here. We didn't give Trump too much hell here lately. And I figured I'd probably get back up here and maybe put a plug in for him every now and then. I think everybody up here sounds like they're pretty much for him anyway. I hope so. But don't underestimate how crooked these bastards are. Remember the last election, how they treated Ron Paul, especially up there in Iowa. I believe everybody still thinks Santorum still won Iowa. The way they did that caucus stuff should be illegal. I believe there's 17 states, seems like I remember, that does that caucusing. And here Hill Island done the caucusing and everything, and here it come out and Santorum's a big winner.
What happens, and of course it's interesting to watch it all, there are a lot of agencies that are out to destroy Trump, and I think most of us know who they are, and as a result, Trump's ratings don't seem to suffer at all from the attempted character assassination that they're trying to pull off on Donald. Thanks for checking in, and let's get back to Jim.
Okay, Vic. Several things. First is the Germans and Islam, and I've talked to a number of German people from Germany. I've been in Germany many times, and they are still so gun shy over what happened during World War II that I believe, and it's just a personal thought on my part, that their acceptance of Islam has to do not with rationality at this point, but emotionality regarding what occurred during World War II. However, they have shown us as a country that if they get pushed, and it don't matter how many people of that persuasion are there, their pushback is going to be felt the world over. So I guess if games are going to get played, it's going to be the detriment of any other culture or religion, race, or otherwise. They're not a group to be screwed with. But again, they're very sensitive to what happened during World War II, and they look at that as a shame time upon their nation. Talking with the people there, just as a thought from the beginning. Okay, on to other things. Connecticut, Governor Daniel P. Malloy has basically stated he's going to issue, or has issued, an executive order saying that anybody on the no-fly list will not be allowed to own or buy a gun in Connecticut. Okay? It's
Let me get this over with. W1WCR on Liberty Net, KO4FE. Okay, a little bit kind of a follow-up on Jimmy's report on the Immigration Act. There is a law. It's 8 United States Code 1182 that directly affects this thing, and it's very explicit, and I'll read this short paragraph and you will see that any president has the right to would have the right to stop all Muslims or anyone else. It says, quote, whenever the president finds that the entry of any aliens or of any class of aliens into the United States would be detrimental to the interests of the United States, he may by proclamation and for such periods as he shall deem necessary suspend the entry of all aliens or any class of aliens as immigrants or non-immigrants, or impose on the entry of aliens any restrictions he may deem to be appropriate, close quote. So there you go. That's about as clear as a bell, and all these politicians that are out there saying, well, Obama, nobody could stop, Trump couldn't stop Muslims because it's unconstitutional. Well, there's a long-standing law right there within the United States Code that gives the president, not by approval of Congress, but simply by issuing a proclamation, that any alien or any group of aliens or any class of aliens could be prevented from entering the country for any amount of time as he deems necessary. He could even add restrictions. So there you go. And that puts the lie off of American Thinker by Colin Flaherty, and most people know him from his videos on YouTube of various racial crime. But anyway, it says, federal judge who outlawed racial profiling is victim of black mob violence. Federal Judge Susan DeLotte wrote book on racial profiling in 2002. Last week she ripped into 1 million tiny pieces when 3 black people broke into her $8 million Cincinnati home and started beating her and her 79-year-old husband. Quote, there's 3 black men with guns in our house, unquote. DeWatt told the 911 operator after she escaped the home invasion and ran to her neighbor's house 1 mile away. And just in case the operator did not hear her the first time, DeWatt said, quote, my husband and the dogs are still there. There are 3 black men with guns and masks at the house, close quote. That's racial profiling 101, identifying criminals by race, as if that had something to do with it. So anyway, DeWatt became a national heroine of the movement to outlaw. Go ahead.
Okay, thanks, Vic. This is AB3RA, coming to everybody from beautiful sunny Glenmore, Pennsylvania, still 41 miles north and west of the People's Republic of Philadelphia. And good evening, everybody on the Liberty Net. Well, Vic, I have an award to give out. I have an award to give out for the Hypocrite of the Year. And the Hypocrite of the Year award, Vic, goes to Saudi Prince Al-Walid bin Talal. Because Saudi Prince Al-Walid bin Talal came out this week with a tweet about Donald Trump. And he said that Donald Trump is a disgrace to the GOP and to all of America, and that Donald Trump should withdraw from the United States presidential race as he will never win. Well, Prince Al-Walid, Vic, is upset because, as you know, Donald Trump has called for a moratorium on Muslim immigration. Interestingly enough, Vic, last I checked, I don't think the Saudis let any Muslims into their country, did they?
What's the question?
Vic, this Prince Al-Walid is all pissed off at Donald Trump because Donald Trump doesn't want Muslim immigrants coming into America. But, Vic, last time I checked, I don't think the Saudis took any Muslim refugees into their country.
Yes, I believe that's correct. The Saudis apparently must have banned all Muslim refugees. They haven't taken any. But they won't take the Christians even. They won't allow Christians to hold a church service in Saudi Arabia. So what's this son of a bitch bitching about anyway?
Exactly. So he gets the Hypocrite of the Year award. But Donald Trump, in typical fashion, struck right back at this guy on Twitter. And Donald Trump on Twitter said, dopey Prince Al-Walid Talal wants to control our U.S. politicians with daddy's money. Can't do it when I get elected. So it looks like Donald Trump stuck his thumb